Dear Brooke and Brittany, I'm a Utah County Realtor Sister.
We're about to start here at our open house at the beautiful Rambler.
Come to look. Hey guys, it's Brook and Britt, your favorite Utah Realtors.
So once you've gotten acceptance on your offer, the next step is to deposit your earnest money. So we use the title company here locally, and that's where you're gonna have your earnest money held. So depending on what the offer says, that's how much earnest money you need to be deposited. This also goes towards your down payment. So it doesn't just get thrown into the air, or it doesn't get sent.
Generally in Utah, I would say it's anywhere from $2,000 to about $15,000. So it's not terrible. We have family who are realtors in like Washington State, and your earnest money is $50,000. We are super lucky that it's affordable.
Really,
you know, especially
as affordable as it gets.
Right. So like Brittany said, it goes towards your purchase price. So that money does become non-refundable at different points in the contract. It becomes harder to get it back. So some of the deadlines, the first one is going to be your seller's disclosures deadline. So that seller is going to give you a whole list, a 16-page list of everything that they know is either wrong with the property, they fixed with the property, or just interesting tidbits about the property. If you find something on that list that you don't like, you back out and we take your earnest money, we walk away, we find something else. It's that easy.
These are generally health and safety issues, big ticket items that you're just like, oh my gosh, this would be the money pit house.
Right.
Some houses should not be purchased unless they're for $1.
Right.
Yeah. You want to make sure that the house is solid and that it's a good fit.
Yeah.
So after you deposit your earnest money with the title company, you're going to start doing homework on the house. So this includes a home inspection.
So that's your second deadline. So we just talked about the seller's disclosures. So this is the second thing you do, is your due diligence.
Second, due diligence equals homework. And homework means call the home inspector. So the home inspector will be at the property for 3 to 4 hours, checking all of the ins and outs of the property, noting anything or any repairs that need to be addressed.
Or just things that he's like, I don't know what that is. You need to have someone better.
Some of them are like, hey, this needs to be addressed right away. Some of them are, hey, this could wait 6 months to a year, and this is like in the next 5 years,
Or hey, I maybe saw evidence of termites. You should probably have a termite inspection. Or hey, look at the foundation of this. Do you see that big crack in the wall? You should have that looked at.
So generally,
it's a great place to start.
Generally, we get to meet with the home inspector at the last part of the home inspection. Kind of walk you through the home and let you know what findings he has found.
If it comes back and it's a terribly daunting home inspection, we take your earnest money. Same thing. Our job is to keep your earnest money safe. We take your earnest money and we walk away and we find something else.
Utah loves buyers, and so we're able to just get that, take your deposit back and go put it on another property.
Right, and
that
that's,
doesn't suck.
Again, the big thing to remember is it has to be before that due diligence deadline. Our job is to keep it within the deadlines, because the sellers have so much at risk that they need to have some assurances that we're doing everything we can to move forward.
And then after the home inspection, you're going to continue to stay in contact with your loan officer. Start giving them all of your financial docs, and every day, every other day, they're going to keep saying, hey, I need this, I need this, I need this. So also during this due diligence period, you're going to be checking the schools and the hospitals and what conveniences are there. How long is your commute to work? All of these things.
What kind of people are living in the neighborhood? Is this who I want to live by?
You want to check the sex offender
That's a
registry.
Big one. Yeah, those are super big things. While all this is happening, once the due diligence period is over, usually the lender will say, Brook and Britt, as soon as that due diligence period is over, please let me know that I'm good to order the appraisal. So the appraisal is going to be, $500 to $600, and you don't want to pay for that if you're not going to buy the house. So
the buyer pays for the appraisal.
A lot of times they can roll it into your closing costs or roll it into your loan, but you don't want to pay for that if you don't need it. So that's kind of our final big deadline, is that financing and appraisal deadline, to make sure that the money is coming in how it needs to come in. The property value is $500,000 and the loan's going to be $500,000. We need it to match up. So if we need to renegotiate or there's problems with the appraisal, then we kind of work through those issues. And then our last deadline is the settlement deadline, and that's the best day. It's the best day. So we meet at the title company and we sit down.
Let's talk about the walkthrough.
Oh, you have a
walkthrough.
The walkthrough.
This is when your parents get to come. All of your favorite people that your kids, your family, whoever you want to come, the VIPs get to come to your final walkthrough. So any changes that we have agreed upon between the buyer and seller, those have already been complete. We want to make sure that everything is the same as we have agreed to. So if they said, hey, we're going to leave the refrigerator and we're going to leave the curtains, we want to make sure they're there.
We've had them taken. They weren't supposed to. So that's what this walkthrough is really for. So even though it's this really fun, exciting thing to show all of the people that you let, I wouldn't say bring a whole bunch, but you bring a few people to come look.
Bring a handful of VIPs.
Yep. You're going to walk through and just make sure that they haven't punched holes in the walls, that they haven't taken the curtains if they were supposed to leave them, they haven't taken the microwave out of the wall, kind of important things.
Yeah.
Then we go to closing.
Yeah, the house is in good condition before you go inside.
Yeah. So back to the closing. So we're going to go to settlement. We sit at the title company for probably 45 minutes to an hour. You bring in 1 to 2 forms of identification, and you sign a stack of papers like this big. So the title
are all
companies,
really repetitive.
Yep, you've probably already signed most of them with your lender already. So it's kind of repetitive and it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is, and honestly, it's really exciting. Generally speaking, it takes anywhere from 1 to 2 days to actually fund, so that everybody gets their money, and record. So that means that the county actually knows that the house is your house.
So you've got to pay for the house, like Brooke said. Funding means that you're paying for the house, and then recording is that you're recorded as the new owners.
Usually takes a couple of days, 1 to 2 days, I would say. And then we get you your keys, and it's super
So once you
exciting.
funded recorded, that's when you get to take possession.
It's amazing.